Dr. R. Hemavati is an assistant professor in mathematics in Queen Mary's, Chennai. She has specialized on functional analysis. Having 12 years of experience in teaching, she has won various awards for her performance. She has published papers in 14 international journals, 3 national journals, and has presented papers in 10 international and in 5 national conferences. She is also one of the editors for an international journal.
Welcome to UGC lecture series. The topic is Statistical Methods 1. So far we have studied random variables with the discrete case along with its probability function, probability mass function and its cumulative distribution function. We have also seen some concepts on continuous random variables with its probability function called probability density function and cumulative distribution function. In this session we are again going to see about continuous random variables along with its PDF, that is probability density function, and CDF, cumulative distribution function. So, the outline of this session is we are going to deal with some more illustrations based on continuous random variables. When the PDF is given, you will be asked to find out the probability. So, this is the first illustration. Suppose that life in hours of a certain part of a radio tube is continuous random variable x with PDF given by f of x is equal to 100 by x square when x is greater than or equal to 100 and 0 elsewhere. So, you are asked to find out the probability of all such 3 tubes in a given radio set will have to be replaced during the first 150 hours of operation. Okay. And the second question is you will be asked to find out the probability that none of such 3 tubes given in a radio set will have to be replaced during the first 150 hours of operation. Third question is you will be asked to find the probability that a tube will last less than 200 hours if it is known that the tube is still functioning after 150 hours of service. So, first we will find out the first probability that all such 3 tubes in a given radio set will have to be replaced during the first 150 hours of operation. It means the life of the tube. For example, if you take one tube of a radio set, then we will find out the probability of one tube whose life is only up to first 150 hours of operation. Afterwards, we will convert that probability for 3 such tubes, because all the tubes are uniform in nature. Therefore, we will find out for first tube and then we will multiply it 3 times so that you get the probability for all the 3 tubes. How to deal with this problem? You are given f of x is equal to 100 by x square when x is greater than or equal to 100. So, the first question is to find the probability of a 3 tubes. So, first we will find out for one single tube whose life is only 150 hours. So, probability of x less than or equal to 150 will not have to be replaced during first 150 hours of operation. Going back to the question, what is the first question? All such 3 tubes will have to be replaced during the first 150 hours of operation. It means life of the tube is only up to 150. We have to find out the probability that the one tube will have to be replaced during the first 150 hours of operation. So, first f of x is given to be equal to 100 by x square for x greater than or equal to 100. For one tube whose operation is up to 150 hours is p of x less than or equal to 150. According to the probability definition, relation between probability and PDF, we have to start from x is equal to minus infinity to x is equal to 150 f of x dx. But f of x is defined only from 100 to infinity. Therefore, your lower limit cannot be minus infinity. Hence, we have to change it as x is equal to 100 to x is equal to 150 and f of x is given to be 100 by x square dx. When you integrate this, 100 and 1 by x square is integrated as x power minus 1 by minus 1 within the limits 100 to 150. So, minus 100 divided by 1 by 150 minus 1 by 100, and this equals 1 divided by 3. So, this is the probability of one tube whose operation is first 150 hours. So, if you want to find the probability for 3 such tubes, this particular probability of one tube has to be converted for 3 such tubes. So, probability that 3 tubes will have to be replaced with during first 150 hours is, first for one tube it is 1 by 3 and another tube is 1 by 3, and for the third tube it is 1 by 3. So, this is equal to 1 by 27. This is the first required probability for the first subdivision. So, going back to the second subdivision, you are asked to find out the probability that none of such tubes will have to be replaced during first 150 hours of operation. So, we have found out one such tube during first will have to be replaced during 150 hours is 1 by 3. So, its complementary is it is not replaced during 150 hours of operation. So, what happens? Probability that the tube is not replaced during first 150 hours equal to its complement. Its complement is 1 minus 1 by 3, which is equal to 2 by 3. So, this is for a one tube which is not replaced during first 150 hours of operation. If you want for all the 3 tubes should not be replaced during 150 hours of operation. So, probability none tubes are replaced in within 150 hours equal to 2 by 3 for first tube into 2 by 3 for second tube into 2 by 3 for third tube. This is equal to 8 by 27, which is the required probability for the second subdivision question. So, the third subdivision is you are asked to find the probability that a tube will last less than 200 hours. It is known that the tube is still functioning after 150 hours of service. This is actually a conditional probability. So, to find the conditional probability, we have to use the formula P of A given B, which is a conditional probability formula. P of A given B is equal to P of A intersection B divided by P of B. So, what is the question? You are asked to find the probability that a tube will last less than 200 hours if it is known that the tube is still functioning after 150 hours of service. So, you are asked to find out the probability P of x less than 200 given x is greater than 150. This is the required probability we have to find out, probability that it is functioning till 200 hours, provided already known it is functioning after 150 hours. So, according to the P of A given B formula, this is equal to, this is considered as A and this particular event is considered as B. So, P of A intersection B divided by P of B. So, this is equal to P of x less than 200 intersection x greater than 150 divided by P of x greater than 150. So, this is equal to, when you take the intersection of this event P of x less than 200 intersection x greater than 150, you will have P of 150 less than x less than 200 divided by P of this x greater than 150. So, we will find out the first probability, that is P of 150 less than x less than 200. This is equal to integral according to the probability definition along with its PDF. 150 to 200 f of x dx, f of x is 100 by x square dx. So, when you integrate it is x power minus 1 by minus 1 within the limits 150 to 200. So, when you substitute it is 1 by 200 minus 1 by 150. Okay. So, this is equal to minus 100 into 150 minus 200 by 150 into 200. So, this gives you 1 by 4. Okay. So, this is actually P of 150 less than x less than 200. What about the denominator probability? And denominator probability is P of x greater than 150. Greater than 150 means integral 150 to infinity f of x dx. F of x is 100 by x square dx. So, this is again 100 into x power minus 1 by minus 1 within the limits 150 to infinity. Okay. So, minus 100 divided by 1 by infinity minus 1 by 150. So, this is equal to minus 100, 1 by infinity is 0 minus 1 by 150. So, this is 10 by 15 which is 2 by 3. So, therefore, required probability is our conditional probability that P of x less than 200 given it is still functioning after 150 is equal to, we have got a separate answer for numerator and separate answer for denominator. So, 1 by 4 divided by 2 by 3, this is equal to 3 by 8. This is your required answer, required probability for the third subdivision, that probability that the tube is still functioning for first 150 hours given that it is still functioning after 150 hours. We shall have a short break. Welcome after the break. Before the break, we have seen an illustration finding the probability when the PDF is given for a continuous random variable. We will see another illustration to find the probability of a continuous random variable. The illustration goes like, the amount of bread in hundreds of pounds x that a certain bakery is able to sell in a day is found to be a numerical valued random phenomenon with a probability function specified by the PDF given by f of x is equal to k x for 0 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 5 and k into 10 minus x for 5 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 10. See here, the amount of bread is given in hundreds of pounds, although the number 5 is expressed, but it is actually representing 500. 500 has been shortly written as 5. Similarly, 10 is representing 1000. Okay. So, first question is find the value of k such that f of x is a PDF. Using the total probability is 1, we will find out the value of k. Even if it is not specified to find the value of k, always we should find the constant k, then only you should proceed to find the probability. Because probability is going to be some value, you cannot give the answer in terms of constant k. Hence, otherwise even if it is not specified, please find the value of k and proceed further. So, the second question is, what is the probability that number of pounds of bread that will be sold tomorrow is more than 500 pounds. The question is asked in terms of 500 pounds, that is actually the f of x is given in terms of 5, but the question is asked in terms of hundreds. So, accordingly you have to adjust and find the probability. The third question is, what is the probability that the number of pounds of bread will be sold tomorrow is less than 500, and similarly fourth question is number of pounds of bread that will be sold tomorrow is between 250 and 750 pounds. and denoting the events of 2, 3 and 4 as A, B, C, you are asked to find out P of A given B. It is conditional probability again, and you are asked to find out A given C, and you are asked to find out whether A and B are independent and A and C are independent. Let us proceed further. So, first job is to find the value of k, then only we can proceed further to find the probability. So, first we will find out k using total probability is 1. Total probability is 1 is represented by the mathematical formula minus infinity to plus infinity of an integral f of x dx equal to 1. But our limits given here is x is less than 5 and x is 5 to 10. You have a breakup from 0 to 5 and then 5 to 10. So, how will you split the integral? Minus infinity to 0 f of x dx plus 0 to 5 f of x dx plus 5 to 10 f of x dx plus 10 to infinity f of x dx equated to 1. In these two intervals, f of x is specified to be 0. So, f of x is given to be k x for 0 to 5 and k into 10 minus x for 5 to 10. So, how will you integrate? Integral 0 to 5 k x dx plus integral 5 to 10 k into 10 minus x dx equal to 1, and k into x square by 2 for limit 0 to 5 plus k into 10 minus x whole square by 2 into minus 1. This minus 1 is because you differentiate 10 minus x, and this is within the limits 5 to 10. This is equal to 1. When you simplify this, we get 25k equal to 1. So, therefore, k is equal to 1 by 25. So, when k is found out, immediately you have to substitute this in the given question and write a refreshed PDF. Therefore, PDF of x is f of x equal to 1 by 25 x for 0 less than or equal to x less than 5 and 1 by 25 into 10 minus x for 5 less than or equal to x less than 10. In all the other places it is 0. So, likewise, after finding the value of k, you should write the PDF of x. So, the first question is over. We have to find out the second subdivision, that is to the probability that amount of bread sold is greater than 500 pounds. So, amount of bread greater than 500 pounds means P of x greater than 500 pounds. Although x is given in terms of hundreds of pounds, it should be written only as 5, not 500. So, P of x greater than 5, which is from 5 to infinity f of x dx, but your f of x is defined only up to 10. Therefore, 5 to 10 f of x dx, 5 to 10 in the interval f of x is 1 by 25 into 10 minus x dx, and this integration 1 by 25 10 minus x whole square by minus 2 within the limits 5 to 10. When you substitute, the answer comes to be equal to 1 by 2. In the further subdivisions, this particular probability in second subdivision is going to be represented as A. Therefore, you have P of A is equal to 1 by 2. The third question is, what is the probability that number of pounds of bread that will be sold tomorrow is less than 500 pounds? And fourth question is between 250 and 750 pounds. Okay. So, we will find out for less than 500 and for between 250 and 750 pounds. So, for less than 500, that is third subdivision, for less than 500 pounds it is P of x less than 5. Just now we have found out that is equal to 1 by 2, and we have to now find out the probability for 250 pounds and 750 pounds. Probability that amount of bread sold is between 250 and 750 pounds. So, 250 and 750 is converted for x which is already in hundreds of x is P of 2.5 less than x less than 7.5. Okay. Although the question is given for 250 and 750 pounds, the most important thing here to notice is we are not actually taking 250 and 750, because f of x is defined in terms of hundreds of pounds. Therefore, accordingly you have to find the probability also. If you take 250 to 750, the value will be more, and remember probability value will never be greater than 1. Okay. So, it is from 2.5 to 7.5, but the f of x is defined from 0 to 5 and then from 5 to 10. From 0 to 5 this is your x values, and 0 to 5 your f of x is given to be 1 by 25 x, and from 5 to 10 it is given as 1 by 25 into 10 minus x. So, how to find out the value of probability from 2.5 to 7.5, where there is a break at 5. Although you write the interval as 2.5 to 7.5 f of x dx, we can't find out the total probability from 2.5 to 7.5, because there is a discontinuous point 5 in between 2.5 to 7.5. So, you have to break the integral as 2.5 to 5 f of x dx plus 5 to 7.5 f of x dx, because f of x is given to be a discontinuous function with a point of discontinuity as 5. Okay. From 2.5 to 5 your f of x is 1 by 25 x dx plus from 5 to 7.5 f of x is 1 by 25 into 10 minus x dx. So, integrating this 1 by 25 x square by 2 within the limits 2.5 to 5 plus similarly 1 by 25 10 minus x whole square by minus 2, minus is because of the differentiation of 10 minus x from 5 to 7.5. When you integrate and when you simplify, the answer comes to be equal to 3 by 4. We have found out P of A is equal to 1 by 2 and P of B is also equal to 1 by 2 and P of C is equal to 3 by 4. As A is represented as the second subdivision question and B is represented as third subdivision question and C is represented as fourth subdivision question. And what is your further questions? Denoting the events in 2, 3 and 4 as A, B, C, find P of A given B. Okay. According to the formula, P of A given B is equal to P of A intersection B by P of B. This is equal to, what is your A? A is P of x greater than 5, at the same time B is x less than 5 divided by P of x greater than 5, because A has been mentioned as representing greater than 500 pounds and B is represented as less than 500 pounds, and accordingly we have to find out its conditional probability. You can't have x which is greater than 5 at the same time less than 5, which is absurd. X cannot be both, it is greater than 5 at the same time less than 5. So, the intersection part is 0, probability of an impossible event by P of x greater than 5, an impossible event is 0. Okay. So, the next one is you are asked to find out P of A given C. P of A given C is P of A intersection C by P of C. A intersection C is P of x greater than 5 intersection C is 2.5 less than x less than 7.5 by P of 2.5 less than x less than 7.5. Okay. So, when you mark the graph, you will be able to find out its intersecting part. This is 0, this is 2.5, this is 5, this is 7.5, this is 10 and etcetera up to infinity. This is your x axis. So, x greater than 5 means from 5 to infinity. This is x greater than 5. From 2.5 to 7.5 is this part, 2.5 less than x less than 7.5. When you say this area is getting intersected with this x greater than 5, the intersecting part is from 5 to 7.5. So, the ultimate intersection goes like 5 less than x less than 7.5. Equality is sometimes included, say it is immaterial because x is a continuous random variable by P of 2.5 less than x less than 7.5. This answer we have already found out, that is your C, that is equal to 3 by 4 we have already found out. Okay. So, where P of 5 less than x less than 7.5 equal to integral 5 to 7.5 f of x dx, and this falls in the second interval 5 to 7.5 1 by 25 10 minus x dx, and this is integrated, the answer comes to be equal to 3 by 8. Okay. Therefore, P of A given C, substituting in the above, P of 5 less than x less than 7.5 by P of 2.5 less than x less than 7.5 equal to 3 by 8 by 3 by 4 equal to 1 by 2. The last two subdivisions is you are asked to find out, verify whether A and B are independent events and A and C are independent events. A and B are independent means it should satisfy the condition P of A intersection B is equal to P of A into P of B. But what is P of A intersection B? We already got the answer, it is equal to 0, and P of A is 1 by 2, P of B is 1 by 2. This is not possible. Therefore, P of A intersection B here is not equal to P of A into P of B. This implies A and B are not independent. What about A and C? We will see A and C. P of A intersection C, we have got the answer as equal to 3 by 8, and P of A is equal to 1 by 2, P of C is equal to 3 by 4. Therefore, P of A intersection C is equal to 3 by 8 is equal to P of A into P of C, which is equal to 1 by 2 into 3 by 4. So, your left hand side is equal to right hand side, which implies A and C are independent. In this session, we have seen the continuous random variable. If its PDF is given, how to find out the probability. The probability has been found out for one particular case, and for it has been extended for more number of cases. For example, the first illustration in this has been found out for 3 tubes, where you will find out for one tube and it is extended for 3 such tubes. So, this is actually multiple probability problem illustration, and the second illustration is dealt with when x is given in terms of hundreds of something, when x is given in terms of units, and the question is asked to find out the probability where the unit has been given. Okay. So, accordingly you have to adjust the x value and find out the probability. For example, when you are asked to find out the probability that amount of bread is sold is less than 500 pounds, when x is given in hundreds, you should not take x less than 500, you should take x is less than 5. So, these two illustrations is completely different, therefore, it has been dealt in this session, and we have seen finding the probability of particular random variable when the PDF is given. We will see some do it yourself exercises, that is a random variable gives measurements x between 0 to 1 with PDF f of x is equal to 12 x cube minus 21 x square plus 10 x for 0 to 1 and 0 elsewhere. You are asked to find out p of x less than or equal to 1 by 2 and p of x greater than 1 by 2. Also to find out the number k such that p of x less than or equal to k is equal to 1 by 2. So, this particular probability is found out by integrating your f of x from 0 to 1 by 2, and this particular probability is found out from by integrating from the limits 1 by 2 to 1. Okay. And to find the number of k, the probability is equated to 1 by 2. So, your starting point of x is 0, therefore, it is integrated from 0 to k f of x dx equal to 1 by 2. Substitute in terms of k and then you equate and find the value of k. Thank you.